Yo, what's up everybody? My name is Tyler W, and today I'm here to teach you many different variations of the inward lip roll.
Now I'm here.
Tyler W Beatbox channel.
Now let me start off this tutorial by saying that there are so many different variations that you can do with the inward lip roll by comboing many different sounds together, and throughout this tutorial I'm going to run through a variety of them. The inward lip roll is a very popular technique in the beatbox community currently, and if you ask a lot of beatboxers, they're probably going to say that it's a little overused. However, it is a very strong sound to have in your arsenal if you use it in a unique way. Now, some of the most notable beatboxers that use the inward lip roll are going to be NaPoM, Ballsy, Andre, D-Lo, and there's so many others, but those are just a few that came to mind first. So the variations that I'm going to teach in this tutorial start with the basic lip roll, the inward lip roll, the NaPoM Sub bass lip roll, the hollow lip roll, the inward vocalized lip roll, the inward bass lip roll, the inward click roll plus inward lip roll, and the final variation is just a combo of the inward click roll lip roll and the inward high voice lip roll. Before I start teaching this sound, let me go ahead and say it's a very tough sound to get. It took me a really long time to get it, so if you don't get it at first, please do not be discouraged because this is going to take time and practice. Also, it's a very tough sound to explain, so hopefully I can do my best and you can learn from it, but if not, hopefully it at least supplies a guideline for learning the sound. The first sound is the basic lip roll. Now to start this sound, and with every other lip roll, you have to pick a side of your mouth. I do it on my left side, but I've seen beatboxers do it on the right, and there's some who actually can do it on both their sides. But go ahead and pick a side to start. Once you pick a side of your mouth to do the lip roll on, you're going to need to then drop your jaw to the bottom opposite corner. So if I do my lip rolls on the left side, I'm going to drop my jaw to the bottom right, like. We can see it kind of go down at an angle. After you drag your jaw to the bottom, the next step is then pulling the air that's currently in your mouth and using that to kind of create a suction to make a vibration between the two lips from the corner of your mouth. So you're not breathing with your lungs at all when doing the basic lip roll. So when you're creating the suction, you gotta be like, you're kind of like pulling in. You're pulling in the air. You're not breathing with your lungs. You're just pulling in through the lips, kind of dragging your bottom lip in as you go, like. You want to make sure that your lips are loose for the sound. If you have tight lips, it's going to sound like, which could work for the zipper sound, which I'll do a tutorial on later, but you want to get a lower tone, so you got to make sure your lips are looser, like, which might be a weird concept at first, but when you practice it, you'll start getting the hang of it. And so that's kind of the main concept for the lip roll, but then if you want to do the, it's just a matter of adding an outward oscillation, though. Which is really just making a quick punch of air through your lips, with like keeping your lips loose, so like. And so when you get both of those down, it's up. Now the next variation I'm going to teach is the inward lip roll, though. So once you get the hang of the normal lip roll, though, you kind of get the idea of where your jaw needs to go and your lip position needs to be, as well as dragging in air. So when you're going to do the inward lip roll, you're now going to incorporate your lungs, and you're going to be breathing in as you do it. So when before you just did you're going to breathe in with it and go. You're going to be breathing in right through here. So again, that might be kind of weird to start, but it really is just a matter of adding your lungs and breathing in. So instead of. Now for the NaPoM Sub bass. Now this one is very powerful on mic. It's a really good mic technique to use. Now before when we were saying make sure your lips were loose, we're going to do the opposite now. Make sure they're tight, and you're going to be leaving a small like hole in your lips. So it's going to be like. Now this one takes a lot of air in. It's going to be a very tough sound to do continuously. Now the bassiness of the NaPoM Sub bass lip roll is going to depend a lot on your mic technique too, and I can do a whole video on mic technique later on, but the main concept right now is make sure your lips are tight and you're pulling in the air very powerfully through the corner, and make sure there's a tiny little gap there. It's like. Now the next lip roll I'm going to teach is the hollow lip roll, like the. Now this is really just a normal lip roll while hollowing out your throat. Now to hollow out your throat, it's kind of tough to explain. So you're gonna want to be like, oh, and you kind of can feel how your Adam's apple, if you're a male, if you're not, you can feel how your throat kind of drops to the bottom. And so you can try this also if you don't know the lip roll yet, like a. You can hear how the sound gets more hollow. It really is just a matter of dropping. It's kind of just a matter of dropping down here. That's a tough one to explain, guys. But yeah, you're just doing that while doing the normal lip roll. So the next one I'm going to teach is the inward lip roll plus the inward voice. So, and you can experiment with different pitches inwards later on. So this again is just a combo of your inward lip roll, the plus an inward voice, like a, which. I'll have a tutorial for that right here, but I don't have one right now. It's really just talking inwards. It's kind of, I don't know how to explain that right more than that right at the current time, but yeah, you're comboing that with the lip roll. And yes, this is how NaPoM does his earthquake technique. The next one I'm going to teach is the inward bass plus the inward lip roll, the which there really isn't much teaching to do, but I do have an inward bass tutorial right here, and you're going to be comboing your inward bass plus the inward lip roll, and it might not be that powerful at first, but eventually if you practice it enough, you'll get it right. It's just a... The next variation I'm going to try to explain is inward lip roll plus the inward click roll. I don't have a tutorial for the click roll yet, but it will exist eventually, and I'll put an annotation somewhere. If not, you can find it on my playlist that I got for, tutorials. But it's just comboing the with the to get the result of... Alright, so the final variation I'm going to just, explain and throw out there is the inward lip roll plus the inward click roll plus the inward high bass. Okay. And I use this technique in some of my routines, like... Alright, so I hope this tutorial explained lip rolls enough to you, or at least gave you an idea of how to go about learning them, maybe showed you some new variations that you can do with it, maybe gave you an idea for another variation you could do, but please comment if you have questions on it, because, I always can answer them. I always can, post another video rectifying those questions if I didn't, delineate something well enough. Please click like on the video, because that always is awesome to see. Share the video if you want, put it in a playlist, like the playlist that I got for my tutorials. Subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to continue uploading 2 videos a week. I'm so close to 1K, and I would love to see that soon. It's awesome. You guys are amazing. But please, remember, have a good day. Hit my mic. It's a lip roll tutorial.
I'm addicted.